What is the secret to a long-lasting relationship? Is it compromise and vulnerability? Or is it trust? What exactly promises a happy relationship? In today's video, we'll be talking about Jared Schultz and Brandy Pasante's shocking split-up situation, and how a couple that had been together for almost 2 decades just split up. With their humorous, though contentious conversations filmed on Storage Wars, Jared and Brandy became well known. And as many Storage Wars fans can confirm, Jared and Brandy's almost continual squabbling became part of their allure and, in some ways, the key to their success. However, shockingly enough, Jared and Brandy are no longer together, as they revealed in the season 13 premiere. We live in an age where we are constantly bombarded with news about celebrities and what's going on in their personal lives. But interestingly enough, Jared and Brandy actually split up in 2018, and no one really caught a glimpse of it. It's quite impressive how Jared and Brandy were able to keep their breakup a secret for more than 2 years. It seems the couple just opted not to make a big deal out of their breakup. However, if you were keeping up with Brandy's Instagram feed, you would have noticed how Jared was almost gradually disappearing from her feed. Fans witnessed her interacting with other individuals and having a good time. Furthermore, she was taking trips without Jared. Many people began to wonder where Jared was and what had happened to him. Brandy Pasante, for the most part, ignored these remarks, and at this moment, fans assumed the relationship was gone. Now, if you haven't really ever watched an episode of Storage Wars, you might assume that as a couple, Jared and Brandy would stand out as the most romantic team on the show. But surprisingly enough, all Jared and Brandy did on the show was squabble and bicker their way through every auction. Schultz went on to say that just because they aren't together as a couple currently doesn't mean they won't feature on Storage Wars in the future. He further added that they will indeed feature on the show, but they won't auction together anymore. And that was pretty obvious when a season 13 premiere, the two collided in an auction in the episode, with Pasante calling Schultz an idiot for spending $400 on a storage unit that didn't appear to be profitable. And because of their history, they have an obviously toxic connection. Jared, for example, made it plain that he would outbid Brandy on units he didn't even desire in order to keep them from her. Seems petty, doesn't it? Before we go any further, if you enjoy these types of videos, please consider supporting the channel by subscribing and ringing the bell icon so that we can continue to send you such great content. With that out the way, let's continue. Jared and Brandy have 2 children, Peyton and Cameron, despite the fact that they never got married. In an interview with the Dad Diaries, Brandy discussed the challenges she had when raising Cameron and Peyton as teenagers. She said that it's difficult to have spent your entire life with your parents and then only live with your mother. She further added that she's trying her best to give them some space so that they can heal and find their own way out of this. According to Pasante, she ended her relationship with Schultz after concluding filming season 12 of Storage Wars, which aired in November of 2018. Now, you may be wondering how a couple who's been together for nearly 2 decades split up. Well, unfortunately, Brandy has never said much about the reasons for their breakup. Fans, on the other hand, believe it had something to do with their tumultuous relationship. The couple didn't exactly appear well for each other on the show, at least in some episodes. However, it is worthy of note that Brandy, in an interview, said that for many years, she felt as if she did not have an identity. And now she's slowly starting to figure out who she really is. Even though it's been roughly 3 years, Brandy claims that things with Jared are still tense. And sadly enough, things did get pretty tense between the two. Jared allegedly assaulted Brandy during an encounter when they ran into each other at a pub, according to TMZ. According to the publication's sources, Brandy was drinking in Orange County, California on April 30th when Jared arrived and a furious argument ensued. When Brandy asked Jared to go because he was making a scene, he pushed her again and got into further verbal spats with her and her friends. According to the statement, Jared allegedly fled the scene before police arrived, but afterwards defended himself to them, claiming he had never touched Brandy. Despite this, Jared has been charged with a single count of misdemeanor domestic violence battery by Orange County District Attorney's Office. And that's all we have for today's video. If you found the video helpful, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Got any questions, suggestions, or requests? Let us know in the comments section. We'll be back with another video soon. Until then, take care and thanks for watching.